There is a software platform that the CIA used as its very first customer, a platform that the US Army, the FBI, NATO, and the Pentagon all paid billions of dollars to use. A platform so powerful and so secretive that most people have never even heard its name. It's called Palantir. And someone just built the entire thing for free and put it on GitHub. Let's start from the beginning, because if you don't know what Palantir is, that's actually part of the story. This company has stayed out of the public eye on purpose. They don't advertise, they don't do flashy product launches, they just quietly became one of the most powerful technology companies on the planet. Palantir was founded in 2003. Two of its earliest backers were Peter Thiel, the billionaire co-founder of PayPal, and In-Q-Tel, which is literally the CIA's venture capital arm. So from day one, the CIA was funding this company. And for its first 3 years, the CIA was their only customer. What were they building? Think of it this way. Imagine you're a government agency and you have data coming in from everywhere. Police records, financial transactions, satellite images, social media, border crossings, surveillance systems. All of it stored in completely different systems, different formats, different databases that don't talk to each other. Palantir takes all of that, connects it together, and lets analysts start asking questions across everything at once. Find patterns, see connections, predict what's going to happen next. It's like Google, but instead of searching the internet, you're searching everything your organization knows, and AI is helping you find what you didn't even know to look for. The US military used Palantir in Afghanistan to predict where roadside bombs were going to be planted. Think about that for a second. They were feeding in historical data, where bombs had been placed before, what roads, what times, what patterns, and Palantir was helping analysts figure out where the next one would likely appear. It saved lives. Then it expanded. The FBI started using it. The NSA, immigration enforcement, local police departments started buying access for predictive policing. Morgan Stanley uses it, Airbus uses it, hospitals used it during COVID to manage patient data across the entire country. By 2024, Palantir was making $2.9 billion a year. Their stock had gone up over 500% in a single year. And the US Army just signed a new contract worth $10 billion over the next decade, giving Palantir access to every single Army database in operation. That's the largest contract in the company's history. This is not a startup. This is infrastructure for governments and corporations at a scale that's almost hard to imagine. So what does it actually cost to use Palantir? They don't publish pricing publicly, which tells you everything. Enterprise software that hides its pricing is enterprise software that costs so much they don't want to scare you away with a number. We're talking millions per year, sometimes tens of millions. It's the kind of tool that only governments, militaries, and Fortune 500 companies can afford to even consider, which is exactly why what just happened on GitHub is so interesting. A developer built an open-source version of Palantir Foundry. That's the commercial version of the platform, the one big corporations use, and released it for free. Fully self-hosted, meaning you run it on your own machine or your own server, no subscription, no contract, no sales call. Just download it and go. It's built with Rust and Svelte, two modern technologies that are fast and efficient. And it does the core things that make Palantir what it is. You can connect any data source, databases, spreadsheets, APIs, files, and pull everything into one place. You can build what they call ontologies, which is basically a structured map of your data that connects digital information to real-world things. Instead of thinking about rows and columns in a database, you're thinking about people, places, events, relationships. The data starts to look like the real world it represents. You can build visual pipelines that clean and transform data automatically. You can create dashboards to visualize what's happening, and you can plug AI into the whole thing to start making predictions and finding patterns you'd never spot manually. The whole point of Palantir, the reason it costs billions of dollars, is that it connects the dots. It takes data that lives in different places that means different things in different systems, and it unifies it into one place where humans and AI can work with it together. And now, there's a version of that you can run yourself, for free. Now let me be honest with you for a second, because I think context matters here. The open source version is not going to replace the actual Palantir. The real thing has decades of development, thousands of engineers, and deeply custom integrations built for specific government systems. If you're the Pentagon, you're not switching to the GitHub version anytime soon. But that's not really the point. The point is that the core idea, the architecture, the approach, the way of thinking about data, is now available for anyone. Small businesses, researchers, developers, nonprofits, journalists, entrepreneurs, people who have data and need to make sense of it, but who could never in a million years afford a Palantir contract. This is the pattern we keep seeing in AI and software. Something gets built behind closed doors for governments and corporations, it stays locked away, expensive, exclusive, and then someone cracks it open and puts it on GitHub, the Wi-Fi radar that sees through walls, the AI hedge fund trading system. Now this, every time it happens, a capability that was reserved for the powerful few becomes available to everyone. It's not a small thing. That's a fundamental shift in who gets access to these tools. Think about what you could actually do with something like this. You have a business, and your customer data is in one system, your sales data is in another, your inventory in a third, and your finance team is working off spreadsheets. You've been trying to answer a simple question: which customers are most likely to buy again? And nobody can give you a clean answer because the data is all over the place. This is exactly the problem Palantir was built to solve. And now you have a free, self-hosted version to work with. Or you're a researcher and you're tracking something across multiple public datasets, health records, geographic data, social patterns. You need to connect them and find correlations that aren't visible when you look at each dataset alone. This is what the tool does. Or you're just a developer who wants to understand how one of the most advanced data platforms on the planet actually works under the hood. Now, you can look at the code, run it, take it apart. Palantir spent over 20 years building a moat around this technology. Government contracts, security clearances, classified integrations, a business model designed to make the whole thing impossible to replicate without billions of dollars and decades of relationships. And a developer on GitHub just opened a door in that wall. The link to the project is in the description. Go check it out.